What is your role regarding the streetcar costumes?
I am the costume designer.
You make them yourself?
We're making some, not many. Let me see, we're making about 3. We are going to go into dress rehearsal on Sunday for Streetcar, and then we're going to dress rehearsal next Sunday for the dance concert, and that's 8 pieces.
Okay.
So I had to think, because the show is in the 40s, it was possible to find some costumes that either we already had made for other shows or actually some originals. I have a few that are real costumes from the 40s.
Okay.
And then I rented a couple. But the rest is either been made here one time or another. We're making about 3 new costumes.
Okay. Let's see. How long does one costume take?
To make?
I guess from design all the way to...
Well, I think it takes that whole process, that whole 6-8 weeks.
What are your materials in general?
For this show, we have a lot of silks. We have silk chiffons, especially for Blanche, silk taffetas, rayon, which are a lot of these fabrics, and then cotton, of course. So trying to be truthful to that time.
Do you have help in terms of making them and
Oh
designing?
yeah, absolutely. I have an assistant designer. Emma is assistant costume designer. She's a grad student.
Okay.
And then we have the shop where we have a cutter and feeder, and we have a second cutter and feeder, and then we have grad students that work building the costumes.
You mentioned the materials you're using. Do you buy them from, I guess, just a basic fabric store, or do you have...
No, actually, we don't go to many regular fabric stores here because the prices are much higher than the garment district. So we usually go to downtown LA, to the garment district, and that's where we get most of our fabrics.
How long have you been working on the streetcar project?
We've been working on it for the past 6 months because we had production meetings before we started this semester. But I think the actual process started for me about 8 weeks ago, which is when you begin to think about what you need to build, when you start looking for certain things, when you start kind of designing the show.
How many fittings do you think it takes? Do you have like the measurements of the actor?
Yeah,
from there?
we have the measurements of the actor, but we fit every costume. And sometimes we fit every costume 2 or 3 times, depending on what happens. But we fit every costume before we decide to use it.
What do you like best about designing costumes?
Oh, the process. Just the process. I love to design. It doesn't matter what play I design. It doesn't matter what period. It doesn't matter if it's a little play or a big musical. So I think I'm one of those designers that it doesn't matter what I do. It's the process that I like. And I think the process is, again, finding the right thing for that character in that play. And so that's what I like.